and network connectivity that enable objects to collect and exchange data. All this adds to a world that presents us with the means to faster and faster innovate more and more. All evidence of how we leverage our collective imagination to creatively solve problems and meet the needs of humankind. Innovation is what we do best. Struggling with innovation. With all the knowledge and technology available to us, and the means of immediate communication and instant access to information at our fingertips, why does our focus constantly return to how we can become even more innovative, to solve bigger and more complex problems? Why does so much of our attention remain centered on finding ways to organize and work together better to further leverage our ability to innovate? Why is meaningful innovation the most important issue that organizations continue to grapple and struggle with? Throughout the history of business, we have found ourselves trying to figure out how to maximize our human potential. Even today, and more than ever, companies and institutions of all types and sizes are concentrating on creating more innovative cultures. This is not a new breakthrough in thinking. Being successful has always relied on the ability to work together and be creative. More than science or the collection and use of data, the quest to understand how to create higher levels of innovation and empower our creative intelligence seems to be a more elusive aspect of how we innovate. The better we become at innovation and creative collaboration, the more we want to figure out how to get better at it. Alas, human nature. In pursuit of innovation, we have created complex organizations with many moving parts, all adding to the complexity of our solutions, of our lives, until we come to the place of recognizing what the great designer Dieter Rams pointed out many years ago: less, but better. As complex as the world is today, we look for finding solutions to the resulting challenges and emotional stress that all the moving parts and advanced technology creates. The more complicated means of communication and interaction move us to a place from which we seek greater simplification. We have arrived at a place in our history that causes us to pause and reflect on the complexity of the organizational systems that humankind has created, looking for ways to overcome the needless barriers to communication and working together they represent. Why? So we can find better, faster, and yes, simpler ways to work together to solve problems more efficiently and effectively. We want to innovate how our organizations can work more simply and allow for shared capacity to solve problems and innovate more freely. To give you a sense of the magnitude of how important innovation is perceived to be to the success of today's organizations, one just has to look at the title of KPMG's 2016 Global CEO Survey, aptly titled Now or Never. The executive summary delivers a clear message, sharing that 2/3 of chief executive officers, CEOs, believe that the next 3 years will be more critical than the last 50 years. The forces creating this inflection point are the rapidly evolving technology and the speed of transformation it unleashes. In 4 years' time, 4 out of 10 CEOs expect to be running significantly transformed companies. A review of the results of a number of global surveys of CEOs, C-level executives, and leaders from 2015 to 2017, including the major studies conducted by KPMG, Fortune, IBM, and PwC, provide further insight. With the exception of the Fortune survey, 500 companies, most of the surveys we reviewed include more than 1,200 participants. Among the key findings: fostering innovation is one of their top strategic priorities, placing among the top 6 in every survey. Most CEOs are grappling with how to engage their cultures in the change necessary to be more innovative. A significant